Hello, wonderful people. Have you ever found yourself yearning for an adventure that goes beyond the usual? One that's not just about visiting a new place, but about meeting people who leave an indelible mark on your soul? Today, we're diving into the vibrant streets of Cebu, Philippines, a city bursting with life, culture, and an undeniable charm. But this isn't just about exploring Cebu. It's about discovering the untold stories behind the beauty of its people, especially the women whose grace, strength, and smiles light up the streets like no other. Stick with me because this isn't just a video. It's a journey that'll inspire and move you in ways you never imagined. So let's begin our story. Before this trip, life was normal. My days were a blend of work, occasional weekend getaways, and scrolling through social media, dreaming of far-off places I'd probably never visit. The thought of stepping out of my comfort zone always lingered in my mind, but something kept holding me back. One evening, I stumbled upon a travel vlog about Cebu. The video was mesmerizing. Vivid markets, turquoise waters, and streets alive with the hum of people. But what truly captivated me were the faces, the women with their effortless beauty, confidence, and warmth. It wasn't just about looks, it was the aura they carried. That night, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I realized I wanted to see this for myself, to experience the vibrancy of Cebu and uncover the stories of the people who live there. But could I really do this? Traveling solo to a place I'd never been? I started researching Cebu, diving into forums and blogs to understand its culture. I learned a few key Filipino phrases, kumusta for hello and salamat for thank you. Simple words, but I hoped they'd be a bridge to genuine conversations. Friends who had been to the Philippines encouraged me. Cebu is special, one said. The people will make you feel at home. Another added, just smile. That's the universal language there. Armed with their advice, I packed my bags and boarded a plane. The moment I stepped out of the airport, I felt the city's energy. The air was humid but carried a refreshing saltiness from the nearby ocean. The streets were alive, colorful jeepneys zipping past, street vendors offering tempting aromas of grilled meat and sweet mangoes, and a constant hum of chatter and laughter. At first, I felt out of place. Walking through unfamiliar streets, camera in hand, I wondered if people saw me as an outsider, someone who didn't belong. My first attempts to strike up conversations were awkward. I'd smile and say kumusta, but often felt too shy to go further. Then I met Ella. She was selling bracelets outside the Basilica del Santo Niño. Her vibrant personality immediately drew me in. As I admired her handmade crafts, she began sharing her story. Ella wasn't just a vendor, she was an artist, pouring her heart into every piece she made. She talked about supporting her family and her dream of opening a small shop one day. Her story wasn't unique to Cebu. It was Cebu, a city of dreamers and doers, of people who face challenges head-on with unwavering optimism. As I moved through the city, I met more incredible women. At the carbon market, I found Sophia, who sold fresh produce and shared recipes for traditional Cebuano dishes. Food is our love language, she told me with a laugh. On Colon Street, the oldest street in the Philippines, I met Joy, a street performer who danced for tourists and locals alike. Her energy was magnetic, her movements a blend of modern rhythm and traditional Filipino steps. She wasn't just dancing for money, she was sharing a piece of her heritage. But not everything was smooth sailing. On my third day, while trying to find a local street art alley, I got completely lost. My phone battery was dead, and the map I had printed was useless in the maze of streets. Panic began to set in as the sun dipped lower, casting long shadows. Just then, Mia, a college student on her way home, noticed me. "Are you lost?" she asked with a kind smile. I explained my situation, and she not only gave me directions, but insisted on walking me there. Along the way, she shared her own dreams of becoming a teacher and how she balanced school and part-time work. Her generosity and warmth turned what could have been a stressful moment into a heartwarming experience. The people of Cebu had a way of making you feel seen, like you weren't just passing through, but were part of their story, even if just for a moment. As I explored further, I found myself on a quiet street where a group of girls was practicing a traditional Filipino dance under lantern-lit trees. Their movements were graceful yet powerful, telling stories of their culture through every step. I stood there in awe, capturing the moment on my camera and etching it into my memory. Cebu's beauty isn't just in its sights, it's in its people. The women I met weren't just beautiful, they were resilient, passionate, and full of dreams. On my last day, as I sat by the waterfront watching the sunset, I reflected on everything I'd experienced. Cebu had given me so much more than I expected. It wasn't just a trip, it was a lesson in seeing the world through new eyes. As I boarded the plane back home, I realized I was leaving with more than just photos and souvenirs. I was carrying stories of courage, kindness, and connection. Cebu taught me that beauty isn't just skin deep, it's in the way people welcome you, share their lives, and remind you of the magic in everyday moments. If there's one thing I hope this video inspires in you, it's this. Take the leap. Visit that place you've been dreaming of. Talk to the people who cross your path. You never know how they might change your life. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed this story, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more adventures and stories from around the world. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.